In today's video, we are making this delicious jollof rice with some lamb sauce at the side. We also have kelewele. This is fried ripe plantain. Welcome to Leka Treat. My name is Benedicta. So we'll begin by cooking our tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes for your jollof rice. I have over here canned tomatoes and I'm using 2 cans of the chopped canned tomatoes. This step is essential in reducing the cooking time of the stew. So we have over here some red bell pepper. We also have habanero pepper, ginger, garlic, and onions. And we are going to use this to make our tomato sauce. So at this point, we are all done cooking our tomatoes. It has reduced drastically and this is what we are going for. We'll be cutting 1 onion, some ginger and garlic, blend and use to season our meat. And today we are using lamb meat. So in addition to the ginger, garlic, onion, I also love to season my meat with the pepper I'm using for my stew. It makes it very spicy and nice to taste. Over here we have 2 kilograms of lamb which I've rinsed very well. This is the lamb thigh. I rinsed it very well and I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces before we season it and cook it. So as you can tell, it has a lot of fat over there, so I love to take off the fat before cooking it. Because we'll be adding our lamb to our jollof rice, it is important to cut it into smaller sections, smaller portions, so that if you take a portion of your rice, you have a bite of the lamb meat in there. We'll be placing our lamb into a pan, and to this we'll be adding our blended ginger, garlic, onion, and pepper, and some salt to taste. So over here I have some knorr lamb seasoning that I'm adding. It's just a cube of that in addition to the salt. Mix everything well together and you are good to begin, cooking it. If you have time, you can let this sit for a while before cooking it so that it absorbs the ingredients, the blended ingredients very, very well. But if not, please do go ahead, cook this on low to medium heat and you'll get the same results. Over here, we have 2 of our onions. We have, in addition to that, our red bell pepper and some ginger and garlic. We are blending that to use for our tomato sauce. A quick check on our lamb. It's looking good already, but we are going to cook this further to ensure that it softens up well enough before we fry that. So a quick check on our lamb. It's looking all good now. We are going to take this out and please do remember to keep your stock. It's going to elevate the taste of your tomato sauce and it's going to add a lot of flavor to your jollof rice. So whenever you are making jollof rice, it's important to blend your tomatoes, be it fresh or the canned one. You can decide to blend it prior to cooking or you blend it afterwards, but please do ensure that it's blended before making your stew with it. We'll pour some oil into our pan, and there's the same pan I'm going to be using for my jollof rice. I do not want to wash a lot of pans after cooking. And once the pan is hot, we'll be pouring in our lamb that has already been cooked. So we'll be frying our lamb until it gets golden brown, and then we take it out and set aside to use later. As you can tell, you have some lamb that is a little bit bulkier than the others, and this is the portion that came with bones attached. I am still frying it, but I'm going to use it in the stew to add flavor to that. This splash guard over here is a lifesaver. You need to get your hands on that. You can check IKEA out for that, or you can also check in your local grocery store. They should have one available. Also on Amazon. Just take a good look at how our lamb is looking. It's looking super amazing and delicious already. My home was smelling so great at this point. And please, pinch yourself so hard that you don't finish eating this before you are done making your jollof rice. So to the same oil, we'll be adding our onion, and this is just one of the onions that we have chopped over here to use for this purpose. We'll fry this for just a couple of minutes and then we add our tomato paste to it. Over here I have a tube of tomato paste and we are going to fry this until it begins to clump together, or you have smaller chunks in there. And that shows you that you are all done cooking your tomato paste. So while our tomato paste is cooking, we'll be adding half a teaspoon of rosemary to this. Stir it very well and allow it to cook together. So our tomato paste should be in for about 5 minutes and we'll be adding our tomato puree to it. This is the blended tomato puree that has already been cooked. We'll also be adding our blended onion, garlic, ginger and red bell pepper to our sauce. So we'll be mixing everything well together, and please do not forget to add your lamb stock at this point. It is very essential for you to be adding your lamb stock to elevate the taste of your jollof rice. This is where you get to know that you are indeed making lamb jollof rice. So we'll be cooking our sauce until it thickens up considerably, and this should be anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. Please do well to add salt to taste, but remember that our lamb stock already has some salt seasoning in there, so take that into consideration. If you are going to use all your sauce for your jollof rice, then that is not much of a problem. However, if you'll be portioning some out to use for your plain rice or your noodle, then you need to ensure that you do not add too much salt. At this point, I began prepping my vegetables to use for my salad at the side. And after about 5 minutes of cooking my sauce, I added the lamb meat with the bones attached, and this is going to cook all the way through until our sauce is done and ready to be used for our jollof rice. We have our salad leaves here that has already been washed very well with vinegar. We are just going to, chop it up, set it aside together with our cucumber, and we are good to go. No fancy, no fancy salad, just keeping it very simple and basic, but delicious. So a quick check on our tomato sauce. It's looking so yummy already. Very wonderful. And I love to prepare my all-purpose tomato sauce. The recipe will be coming up on the channel soon. We are chopping up over here some carrots and red onions to use for our jollof rice, and this is going to make it very flavorful. It's going to add freshness to our jollof rice, and you do not want to miss this step in making your vegetable and beef or chicken or lamb jollof rice. So once our stew is ready, I'm fetching, out the chunkier lamb meat with the bones attached. You can just set this aside to use later for your noodles or your rice. And again, my sauce is a lot, so I'm just fetching some to place aside. My family love to eat their jollof rice with some sauce or shito at the side. Over here, we have a kilogram of jasmine rice, which has been washed a couple of times, and we'll add that to our stew. Mix everything well together. You can decide to, cook this for about a couple of minutes, add some salt to it, and then we'll be adding about 200 to 250 ml of water to it, depending on how, soft you want your jollof rice to be or how clumped together or separated. So I love to cook my jollof rice, at this beginning phase on medium to high heat, but I keep an eye on it and mix it up from time to time. And once the water is getting absorbed, I reduce the heat gradually to medium heat and finally to low heat. So it's very important to stay around when you're making your jollof rice. Keep an eye on it, stir from time to time so that it doesn't get burnt. At this point that our water is almost absorbed, we'll be adding our vegetables to it, give everything a good, mix, and then close it up, and you can cook it on medium heat. As you can tell, I didn't use a lot of water in cooking my jollof rice, so we are going to depend or rely on the steam or the heat that is generated as we cook it. It's time for the fun part, and it's preparing our kelewele. Kelewele is simply a delicacy from Ghana, and it's a spiced ripe plantain, spiced fried ripe plantain. So you cut it into any shape of your choice, and that's how I love to cut mine. And to this we'll be adding our kelewele spice. I got this from Ghana and it has been working wonders in my home. No time to waste on prepping your ingredients, although it doesn't take a lot of time, but it's great to have this powder on hand so that you prepare quick kelewele for your family on Sunday evenings as you relax, or during the weekend. It brings joy to my home. So we are going to make a slurry out of this. We just add a little bit of water to the powder. As you saw, I took about 2 tablespoons, and that is very much great in seasoning our ripe plantain that has been cut up already. So let this sit for a few minutes before we fry it up. And once that is all set, we'll be heating up our oil and then begin frying. It's just as simple as that. As I already mentioned, it's very important to be giving your jollof rice a stir from time to time to ensure that everything is well mixed together and it cooks evenly. One thing you are highly likely to find in a Ghanaian home when you are enjoying your jollof rice is baked beans, and we love to have that on hand whenever we want to have a feel of Ghanaian jollof rice. So we are all done with our kelewele. We'll take it out and set it aside. You can decide to also place it on some paper towel to absorb, the excess oil in there. And yes, it's all ready for you to enjoy. Our jollof rice is also all done, and yeah, just look at that. Just take a good look at that. It looks amazing and it tasted even better. Just look at this lovely feast. It is amazing, and we actually had this on Christmas Day. So this was our Christmas jollof rice that we got to enjoy at home. And my oldest child told me that this was her best jollof rice so far. We hope you do give this recipe a try at home. You are going to have an awesome time with your family and friends. And please do share your experience with us in the comment section. So over here, I also had some freshly pressed orange juice, which has become our all-time favorite in our home. It's a great combo together with the jollof rice. You can also use beef or, turkey or fish in place of the lamb, and it's going to taste amazing with this recipe. In case you don't take any of that, you can just simply take out the meat or the fish and just make the recipe without any of that, and it will taste great as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also share with your friends and family. If you haven't done yet, kindly subscribe to the channel. It helps us a great deal. And as always, simple, easy, lekker. See you in the next one. Bye.